Hi everybody, my name is Peter Sutton. I'm CEO and co-founder of Woodpecker Learning. And what we have is software that enables language learners to easily dive into content designed for native speakers. We have an API, so if you're building an app, please have a look at that. And we have an app in the App Store and on Google Play. Please download it and try it out. What we do is largely driven from my experience as a language learner. I got to Taiwan 17 years ago, and I went into an office environment where everyone spoke perfect English and all the documents were in Chinese. And everyone said, okay, you know, what you need to do is immerse, just watch TV. But I found it incredibly difficult. And so I needed a tool that would enable me to go from the TV, which everyone spoke too fast, and where the characters, you know, flipped up on screen and, you know, what did they mean? I needed to stop the TV, but in those days you couldn't stop the TV because it was live. So I needed a tool where I could like tap on a word and instantly see the definition. I could stop it, I could slow it down. And I figured that if I needed a tool that would help me with television programs that look like that in Taiwan, then probably other people did too. So we built a tool that enables you to do that. It's not from television, it's from YouTube, but we can easily integrate other platforms like Netflix and so on. So when you download the Woodpecker app from the App Store or Google Play, we have tens of thousands of videos in different languages. And what you do is if you don't know a word, you just tap on it and it gives you the definition. If the guy's speaking a bit fast, then you can slow it down. And the other thing is that if you want to train your ear, there's a button you can tap on and just continuously repeat and replay a sentence so you can train your listening. Why the woodpecker? Because woodpeckers are very persistent and they tap at things, and that's what we think that a language learner should be. They should be tapping away, so we chose the woodpecker as our logo. And in the app, you have a vast number of we have 5 languages that you can learn, and then we have support for English for another 4. And we're about to introduce learning in those 4 languages as well. So we will add on German and Japanese, Portuguese, and Russian over the next few months. And we have built what we believe are the world's largest bilingual dictionaries from open source, like from Wikimedia, from CCC-Dict, from VN-Edict. So these are bilingual dictionaries. We want to be free for language learners, so we have a freemium business model. And so we have lots of free products. So a language learner who's just purely focused on learning a language probably doesn't need to buy anything. But if you're a productivity user and you want to go over a much broader range of content, then you can make a purchase. Our idea is immersion, right? It's very difficult to go to another country, but you can immerse using your handphone in the train on the way to the office, whether it's just on your iPad sitting in bed before you're going to go to sleep, please immerse. And we have a vast amount of content that you can choose from. All the most popular content from the Spanish language world, the French world, Chinese, Vietnamese, it's in our app, and you can get into that and practice your skills and not lose your skills. I mean, like I've spent 5 years studying chemistry at high school. I've forgotten everything. And a lot of people do that with their language, but now you can keep it up. Microlistening is a key idea. A language learner learns what each word sounds like, but when they're all strung together in a sentence and spoken by a native speaker, it's just so hard. Microlistening, the idea there is that you can slow it down, repeat the sentence, hear it again and again, and work out where that word started and stopped. In our app, when you touch on a word, you get a pop-up box, and you can scroll up in the pop-up box, you can maximize pop-up box, you get the link to where the definition came from, and you can continue to touch on each of those words and get more and more definition. So if you want, you can be super fast, oh, that's what that word means, carry on, or I'm really interested, I need to carry on, and I get more and more detail on that word with sample sentences, and you can do that. We want to be the tool that fits your needs, right? So if you're studying at home, that's fine. If you're studying on the train, that's fine. Wherever you are, your device is connected. And our dictionaries are built into the device, so it's all super fast. Not just for video, but also for websites. Any word you don't know, you tap on it, again, same thing. Anything where there's text, we can help you. And we have tools that are available for teachers. So if you want to build a lesson plan and put that into the app, then that's great. Do it in Google Docs and contact us. We'll give you a content code, and it will appear automatically in the app for your students and make it a much more efficient way for them to learn. And please contact us. We're happy to help you. And if you're building your own app, then we'd love to hear from you too. We'll put our dictionaries into your product.
Thank you, Peter. I would like to ask, how are you going to compete with the Chrome extension that goes with Netflix, which also has the tap on word, the slow down, and the repeat functions now? You probably went, oh.
Okay. So first of all, you don't have to use our product on a desktop. I mean, that extensions in Chrome are only available on desktops. They're not available on mobile devices. And at the moment, we're only available on mobile devices, and we're not actually on a desktop. So they can't compete with us, and we can't compete with them. But we're going to get there very soon. So we'll be available on a desktop. We'll have a Chrome extension, and we will enable the subtitles on Netflix to go through onto your phone. So you'll be sitting on a couch watching Netflix in a foreign language film, and the subtitles will be coming through, and then you tap on them on your phone, and you get their definitions and so on. So yeah, we'll have the same functionality. Yeah.
My question is about idioms. Can you tap on more than one word?
Absolutely. So this is what's really cool about our product. So for Chinese, for instance, we have these Chongyu, right? We have 10,000 Chongyu in the app. You tap on it, and it will search a long way and grab the right set of characters to tell you what it is. For English, Spanish, French, same thing, right? You tap on a phrase, you tap on one word in a phrase, and if it's part of a phrase, an idiom, and particularly we have all of the idioms in our dictionaries, then it will give you the definition. Yeah.
Have you had the chance to get any feedback or evidence from your learners in terms of how this is accelerating the learning, how this is working for them?
Yes, so we have about 5,000 learners right now, and we're doing surveys constantly, and we're adding in what is their feedback. So a lot of what actually in the store today for the first time was our new UI in the App Store, and it'll be on Google Play in 3 weeks, and that's all been driven by their feedback. And the thing we're getting right now from them is that we don't know what to watch. It's kind of like the Netflix problem. You go onto Netflix and there's so many choices, and you just end up watching another season of Friends or something, right? It's even worse in foreign language content. What do I watch? So what we're doing is that we're getting our people who do our blogging to recommend videos, and then those are going to go in with the translation in the local language.
Plans for an Apple version?
Oh no, yes. So we have. We're in the App Store.
Cross-platform?
Yes. So we're in the App Store. We're on Google Play, and Apple's got this program so that you can. We have iPad apps, so therefore the iPad apps are going to be available to view in a Mac, and the same thing is happening on Android. And then we have our API, so we can support using it in a browser. So we will create a Chrome extension. So we will be across every platform fairly soon.
An age range for the user?
Okay, so we're 17 plus in the App Store because we're a YouTube app. And so the YouTube app is also 17 plus, and that's an Apple requirement. So we have to be 17 plus. And because of that, we decided we'd be 17 plus in Google Play as well, even though Google thinks that YouTube is fine for 12-year-olds.
For Woodpecker, again, just to drill down a bit on the business model, because I think you said it was a freemium, and so at what point do you flip from free to paid, and how does that work?
Okay, so right now when you go in, you have, if you're using the web browser, then if you're a Chinese learner, you have 4 free websites that you can choose from. If you want to go outside of those 4 websites, then you need to make an in-app purchase, and it's a one-time in-app purchase. What we would like to do is to have a much wider range of content and more features within the app, and then shift from one-time purchases to a monthly subscription model.
This is a question for Woodpecker. It was mentioned in the description, I think you mentioned that there are tools for building lesson plans. Can you elaborate a little bit on that, and also talk a little bit about how you plan to use as a self-paced tool versus a, like teacher-enabled tool?
Right, okay, so if you have your lesson plans in Google Docs, then, and you have a series of websites that you'd like to recommend, then please send me an email with the link to your lesson plans, and we'll give you a code, a content code that you can distribute to all of your students. It's just 6 digits. They type it in, and then your lesson plan will appear in the app in the web browser. And any link so if you've put a link to a YouTube film in there, then it will not play on YouTube, it will play in our app. And all of the facilities and functions will be available. And if you want your students to look at some websites that they would have to make an in-app purchase for, then they don't have to, it'll be free. And for self-learners, we have a system where you can sort and rank and search for videos. We are about to introduce our own idea of a recommended video list where the titles of the videos are translated into the local language. So when you set your language setting in the app, then you'll get the video descriptions, and that'll help people choose videos. And then after a year of curating videos, we're going to have another app for 12+. Yeah.